Good evening and welcome back. I'm continuing this evening on my discussion about jazz improvisation, and this specifically I'm going to be talking about the jazz phrase and how the phrase should be played or how it should sound according to my point of view. And I'm using the song Scrapple from the Apple being New York City, and this is a song written by Charlie Parker. And we're going to look at the phrasing and how to phrase these particular melodic licks. The first phrase is this. Now that's a very good phrase because it has ascending motion chromatically, then a skip up and then descending down the scale, and then another skip down and then back up again. In some books it's written like this. I prefer the version that goes with that whole step approach to the E there. Now, we don't just play this. First of all, jazz phrasing is going to be swing eighths, so we don't phrase it like even eighths, which would sound like this. Or Dixieland eighths or ragtime eighths would be like this maybe. First note's a pickup. But jazz eighths being more like, now they're not all of the same value, in other words the same weight. That's the most important thing. So in jazz in jazz phrasing like that, we tend to emphasize the offbeats. So like the first two notes, that's an offbeat, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and. So we'd emphasize the offbeats would be like this. 1 and 2 and. The end of 2 would be emphasized. 3 and 4 and would be emphasized. 1 and. So the offbeats. Like that. So that actually that 1 gets a little bit of emphasis there too, but mostly the end. So it's not. Can you hear the difference? It's a very subtle thing, but it's a very important thing to get a swinging feel on your jazz licks. So it has to be a very loose wrist, and it's actually a circular motion. It's not just all flat like this. It's like the turn of the wrist. It's kind of like dancing in a way, like the way dancers, a complete motion. Same thing on the next phrase now. That note, that last note, which is on an upbeat, gets the accent. So the important thing is like which notes get the accent and which notes don't. So like if I'm improvising, see, a lot of times it's the offbeat. It's the and. It's like the 1 and 1 and 1 2 3 4 and. Okay. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. That makes it swing better because you're emphasizing an offbeat. So like the beats that are right on the beat, the notes that are right on the beat always have a strong accent by nature. So like what we do is we accent the offbeats and it makes it swing. That phrasing is paramount. So you're hearing the offbeat accents. So we'll continue now. Continuing, I don't have the solo written down because I improvised it, so it's, of course it's not written down, but like just in general, let's take some phrases that I'll make up and how would I play them. See, now I'm going to accent that note. 1 and 2 and a 3 and. See, so now jazz phrases are all built on the fact that you're playing eighth notes and you're accenting the offbeat. Often, not always. You want to balance it. Sometimes the onbeat or the downbeat gets accented, but a lot of times the offbeat gets accented because we already know the strong beats are on the downbeat. So like a phrase like this, that one gets it. Now there's the sequence. That's a thing that I do a lot. If I play an idea, I go up a half step, and I play it again, and that transposed up a half step. Now I always look for that. Now there's a beat 1, but it's a note you wouldn't expect to be a target tone, but it's the augmented 5th. You expect the target tone, so I'm going G minor 7, C7, G minor 7, then I go up a half step, G minor 7, C7, then F. So and there I accent that note. So wrapping up, what I want to say is that I tried to show you in this video the concept of the jazz phrase and how to play it, and that all notes aren't equal, that there are certain notes that you're going to accent or emphasize, and they're implied accents. They're very subtle, but it makes it swing, and that is paramount. It's so important to playing good jazz phrasing. And if this is new to you, then you must absorb it. Hopefully you'll absorb it, and I'll put this score on my website for you to download with the implied accents written in. But the point is, you need to try to learn this concept and apply it to your playing. And it's very important to playing jazz phrasing with the right kind of feeling and the right kind of rhythm. So I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if this has been helpful. Please send me a comment or a thumbs up, and I really appreciate it. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next time around. Bye-bye.